Listen, there's Eubank's fighting people. Eubank's fighting people who I beat 2 years ago. Let Eubank go to the Golovkin route, what he said he's going to go, WBA. Right, let him go and fight Danny Jacobs, who he said, or whoever he said he's fighting. But listen, don't go back, don't get mandatory for yourself for a world title, then shit yourself, then go back and want to fight for the British title. I won the British title outright, sat home in the cabinet, I won it 2 years ago, outright, or a year ago. Don't get yourself at world level, thinking you're world level, world class, then go back and fight for the British. If you've got big enough balls, go and fight for the world title if he thinks he's good enough to be world champion. He'll never be world champion, he ain't good enough. He's not good enough, relies on work, he's not good enough.
And I'm going to tell you something, I've worked with him, I mean this categorically. I watched that fight last week, it was an exciting fight, but Bill's, as we all know, Bill's already beaten both those guys. There is no way Chris Eubank Jr. will ever beat him if he got a chance in a rematch, if he got the chance. And I've got to say, last year, summer, we had that rematch done. All the money was done. All he had to do was, because the WBA did not recognise interim title, WBO didn't recognise interim titles, all he had to do was vacate that.
And I put my world title spot back on the line, and he was getting a lot. Listen, let me tell you one thing, he was getting money. He was getting money where he could, if he wanted to, retire. Him and his dad could have sailed down Brighton, wherever they lived, and that finished it. But he decided not to sign like he's some sort of superstar. I'm the world champion now, I've got to say.
And just so you know, and then after that, you know, it didn't happen to fight. It's quite, you know, at the time we put a lot of work. It's very frustrating doing it, meaning we're arguing, although we were all on the same page.
Nearly had a fight in the office.
Yeah, but the bottom was lucky, I'd say.
He had the bat, and the shot. Now listen, let me tell you, Eubank, I know, listen, and I'll speak for Frank as well, I can vouch for him. You don't know how hard they are, and I'm sure Eddie Hearn knows now. You can never rely on them. And let me tell you one thing, I'm the champion now, thank God. I'll give this to God, the victory. And I got to say, there's none of this turning up to press conference and not all that. I'm going to have my Christmas off and I'll sit down and decide who I fight, when I fight. But at the minute, I'm on to bigger and better things. If the Eubank fight comes, it's got to be for a lot of money, and I'll take it, but my rules, not none of their bollocks no more and all that shit. Because they don't want to fight, they just want to talk about fighting for a world title, but they don't want to get in, because they ain't got the balls to get in and fight for one. Now he wants to go and fight for the British. He wants to fight somebody who I beat in 2012. I'd rather give Nick Blackwell a shot at that than give him a shot.
Why would you want to fight for the British title rather than fight for a world title?
He said, listen, he said he's going for the WBA route, so let him fight Golovkin route, what he said he's going to go. Let him go on, if he beats Golovkin, then we'll have a big unification fight. That's good, isn't it?
But he could make the Golovkin fight tomorrow. They're looking for opponents. He could make that in a heartbeat. But like I said before, if he makes that fight, they should report his old man to the RS.
On a personal level, is it a fight you'd like? Would you like to have him again?
Listen, I've been there and done it. I've been there and I've done it. I've been there and done it. I've beaten him. Listen, obviously that, if the money's right, put a blindfold on me, get myself in the same condition as tonight and I'll beat him. You know, if he thinks that I'm just going to sit there and if he thinks he can start fast, same will happen to him what happened tonight, you get caught early. I'm in the best shape in my life. But let me tell you one thing. I've always never ever done my diet 100% right. The Eubank fight, I had a dietitian, a bodybuilding dietitian. Didn't suit my body. This time, I had a proper, thanks to Taff out on MGM, a proper dietitian. Eat 3 and 4 times a day, strong, finishing strong, starting mid-rounds. This time, different story, big different story. And you know, you are what you eat, and I've learned that now, and I've got to grow as a world champion, move on to bigger and better things.
Hey fight fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.